Hey everybody, we're here. We're here.
Hey
Sorry,
y'all,
sorry I'm late. Ah,
you're all
and,
good. You're all
and the
good.
sun is shining and it's bright. Oh my gosh. Is that any better? No, not yet. Okay, there we go. My dogs are outside. I'll have to go get them in a minute. This is called trying to do too many things with not
At
enough
one
time to do
time,
them. Too many things, not enough time. Right. So, hey Robert, how you doing? Natalie is here. Oh, Natalie, that doesn't sound like fun. Seeing double. That's not good.
oh, what? No,
Uh-oh. Natalie, what do you mean you face planted on your floor? What, Natalie?
no, we don't
Go.
need to be face planting anywhere.
No, go have a seat. Sit down. Relax. Yeah. Oh, man. Hi, Sean. How are you? And Karen. Um, the book does keep getting more interesting, doesn't it? It gets more. I think it's getting more complex. It's more complex. That's what. Yeah. There was a whole bunch of information coming at us for a while, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who, what, where, when, what?"
Oh yeah.
Hey, Melly, how's Melly?
Hey Millie.
Melly, my thoughts are with you. I know. Just hang in there. Hang in there. You're loving Rise the further we go.
Yep.
Uh, well, you know. All right. Hey, Sue and Katrina and Gail. Angie, I haven't talked to you. Have you read the first book? Did you read the first book? Did you not? Are you caught up? What's going on? I know you're going to try to. Then you told me that you were having a hard time getting into the first book. And I said, keep going, keep going. You just got to keep going. A large forehead bump. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Natalie.
Natalie, you gotta take care of
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. Have a seat. Have a seat. Just chill out. Look, I have no makeup on today. Look how red my nose is. Look at that. It's all red. Got no makeup on. Oh my
You
God.
always look pretty, Mindy.
No, I got a
Always.
big look, I got a big old red nose. Look at that.
You do not have a well
Yeah,
allergies.
well, you're like,
Okay,
okay.
allergies. That happens.
Well, no, in my defense, it probably was from our 4 days, hunting down lighthouses and being out in the sun and walking 2 miles out to a lighthouse just to walk 2 miles back,
I
that
know
kind of
getting to
stuff.
have all the fun stuff. I got to see the videos. It I could like see some. I just couldn't comment on anything. So I'm
Yeah,
commenting now. I loved them.
we had fun. We had fun. Like the next time that we go lighthouse hunting, we'll probably go on the other side of Lake Michigan and see what's over there. So, anyhow, chapter 20 in the first book, Angie. Keep going, keep going. It gets good.
Oh, it does.
It gets good. I'm telling you. So my dogs are probably out on the front porch right now, drinking out of my fountain because they're thirsty, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Dale's still out on the deck out back, and yeah. So I just had to throw the dogs out front to go to the bathroom, and anyhow, whatever, right? Whatever. So they're in the driveway. Yeah, they're right there. They're in the driveway. Okay, we're good. I know I'm bad. No, you're not bad. No, but you read the book. It's a good book, okay? All right. So I've already heard from one camp. They like Rise. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I understand sort of what Tamlin's doing, but I knowing what she went through, knowing what she went through, to lock her in. That
well,
that gets me.
he doesn't see it that way. He doesn't see it that way. He sees it as protecting her because she's a target. protect
I know he sees
or
it that he's
prisoner.
protected,
You know?
but like he's also not seeing how she, yeah, and he's also not seeing how, like how she's wasting away, how she's getting thinner, how she's not enjoying stuff. Like all of that is bypassing him. Did I
Well,
freeze?
yeah, you freeze a little bit. But
Uh-oh. Did I freeze?
in his defense, you know, he is
Oh, I'm sorry.
what?
I said sorry with the I have internet, but we're still like
Yeah,
internet light
you're
here.
you're kind of splotchy. We'll put it that way, splotchy.
Let me try something and I'll come back.
He's watching out for his own needs and hang-ups and not seeing her at all. Well, I agree, Natalie, that you can overprotect somebody. You know, you try to care for them too much. I don't think he's doing it to harm her or do anything bad against her. I think he honestly feels that this is the best thing to do for her, to keep her safe from all the people out there that will try to, you know, come at her because she's got powers from all of the High Lords.
Is this any better?
It is at the moment.
We'll see if it stays.
It is at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. Where I started to get like really like bogged down a little bit was meeting all of Rysand's head people. And there's so much going on. There's so many people.
Oh yeah,
And
so many.
so many stories, so many backstories.
You know, and trying to figure out they keep talking about that they're not fae, they're not fairy, they're not high fae, but yet we don't know what exactly they are.
They don't even know what the one lady is. Nobody even knows what she is. I mean, so I don't know. Sue, that's true. She kept herself safe for years on her own in a human world as a human with human things. Learned to hunt. It's a lot different than keeping herself safe in a fairy world where people want to kill you.
Yep.
Because you've got all these powers that you don't know how to use. And you don't know anything. A vampire? I don't know, maybe. See, Natalie, I still had hope that he would come around and start to realize. I mean, why didn't she open her mouth? Why didn't she open her mouth? Why didn't she just say to him, listen, it's killing me. You gotta let me have a little bit. You gotta help me out. Right?
Well, I mean, she did talk to him a little bit, you know, like telling him that all of the centuries and all that. And it was, I mean, she did say that, but then like one little thing happened and boom, you know, they're all back in full in force. And then he locks her in. And I honestly think that something that I don't know if she said it, she thought it or something like that, was that maybe the love that she felt for Tamlin was because he was the first nice one to reach out.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Talk for a minute. I gotta let the dogs in. Talk.
Okay.
Talk.
Okay, I'll try to talk. But like, I mean, what do you think? Y'all think that maybe, you know, she latched on to what had made her feel safe, right? You know, and I mean, I think that she loves Tamlin, but I think that him trying to protect her and smother her is not really doing anything to help her. I mean, I think it's hurting her, and now she don't even want to go back. even though she loves him, she don't want to go back.
Well, because look at what she's getting now. She's getting some lessons. She's learning some things. All of her powers, they're not teaching her anything about her powers. They're just appearing and coming out.
Yep.
Which it would have happened if she was still with Tamlin too. That still
Yeah.
would have happened, I think, but
It still would have happened, but now he is trying to teach her like he tried to teach her when her fingers were on fire and clawing up the bed when she had that nightmare.
yeah.
You know, he was trying to give her a little bit to help her bring it down, but she found her own way. And
Right.
you know, that's I think it will help her to have a purpose. Right now she's got all these powers that are manifesting and showing up whether she wants it or not. You know, she doesn't have that option. She might not want it, but they're there. They're going to be there. And training or not training, they're going to be there. And it's like Tamlin doesn't even want to talk or think about the fact that she has them. And at least Rise is attempting to like give her a purpose, something that she can do. And he doesn't leave her. Like she asked one time and she was like, oh God, I don't want to have to beg, you know. And he's like, because she's like, I want to come with you, because at first he said no, and then he's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, and at least he's being helpful in the sense of when these powers appear, she's asking questions like, okay, why is this one here? And where does this come from? And, you know, and he's like, well, that probably came from this court and this came from this court because that's, you know, so he's helping her in that aspect, at least understand them. Even though she did figure out the fingers on her own, how to do that, he didn't really help her with that, but he is giving her more room to grow. But of course, then he's using her too. Yeah, look at you. You're like, you know, he is.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, because he knows that she's strong. He knows that her powers are going to be able to help. Now, granted, I am a little like, how in the world did he manage to keep his city safe and protected when everything else was razed and destroyed? So I think that's bringing up a little bit of concern for her as well. Like,
and why is she the only one that can go to that prison? Why did they need her to go to the prison?
Yeah, and then she had to get the little amulet thing to try to help her through, because at first she just couldn't seem to bring herself to do it. I guess because that other person who gave her the amulet, she was in the prison, and that one kind of scares me. That one kind of scares me because
she was in the prison forever and ever and ever, like an eternity in the prison.
Yeah, and that if she
she said that she could get out with the amulet thing, but she didn't tell her how long it would take her ass to get out, right? I think she's lucky she got out. I don't know. Oh, she's smart. Okay, she's smart. We'll give her that. She knows how to talk her way around things and what not to say and what to say and things like that.
Yeah, but
what world do you think she's from, Sue? What world is she from? We have no clue. Yes, Angie. Yes. You need to catch up.
So much has happened.
Yeah. Yeah. The bone collector. And wasn't that interesting? The bone collector, of course, looks like a young kid to her and looks like the old dead guy to Rise.
I mean, and they said that he was going to appear different to each of them based on, I'm not sure where the young boy comes in for her, maybe innocent and not scary, maybe, and that was the intention.
Maybe,
but
make her more comfortable being there.
I think it's interesting that Rise has this woman as second in command that I think it said in there somewhere. That if she ever truly like became what she is, like she could destroy everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, see, look, wait.
Wait,
So
wait.
you need Farah to help fight, yet you have one of the most powerful beings on the world in the world
Right.
next
So
as your
why don't you
second.
just unleash her, right? Why?
Right.
Why? I know. I don't know. Yeah. But look at all the information. Now, do you think they would have gotten that information? Bone collector. Yes, Andy, there's a bone collector. And the bone collector is going to carve the bone that they took for her death. But yet she's a fairy, so she's immortal and she's not supposed to die, right?
Yeah, that right there got me really confused. I'm like, wait a second,
Right.
you're dead. And why bring
So
her bones? Like, wait, what's happening?
I know. Is he gonna engrave the bone for her first death? I don't know. Is it symbolic of her first death, or is he planning? Well, okay. The
He was.
chick that died already, right? The chick that died already, the bad lady Amarantha or whatever. What the hell was she? Was she a fairy?
I thought she was. I thought she was high fae.
So she died, right?
Right.
So apparently you can kill them
Well, I mean, obviously, because
she stabbed the other ones.
yeah, she stabbed the other one. She killed them. We've seen some of the others that were killed. But my thing is that he was very obsessed. That bone collector was very obsessed with what she saw when she died.
Right. And she was like, nothing. I really didn't see anything.
I don't know what he was wanting to find, but it's like he was wanting to find an answer of some kind. I'm not sure why.
But did she what, Natalie? Die or kill people? Kill fairies? Or did she really? The other one really die. What's your question?
Suzanne,
did
that was the
she
bone
who do what? Amaran is trapped in a fae body. Leads me to believe she might not have full access to her powers, but that doesn't mean she isn't stronger than everyone.
Okay. Yeah, because we don't know what body she's supposed to originally be in.
No. She could be I don't know, a ghoul. I don't know. What are all those other creatures running around? We don't know what those are.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, that one threw me for a loop. I'm like, what? We got aliens or something, or is there...
Right? And what are these guys? They're Illyrian. What are they?
Yeah,
yeah, that word. You found more eggs. Sweet. Our ducks are hiding eggs on us, apparently.
Oh, they're like, no, don't take my babies.
It's an Easter egg hunt every day, apparently. Who wants to find a way home? Amran?
Yeah, I think Amran wants to find a way home.
Where's home? All right.
Yeah, I don't see. She doesn't know. That's the whole thing. I think when she got put into that fae body, I think she obviously lost part of what she knew. And that cauldron. I knew that there was going to be something happening with a cauldron because, they kept saying.
They always talk about the cauldron.
Right. And I'm like, oh, so now we realize.
Like the cauldron is God or something, By the cauldron. Oh, the cauldron, right?
And now it's a real thing. And we think maybe King Highburn has it.
Right.
He had to, and that's why they demolished all those towns to get the feet.
Right. To get the feet to the cauldron. Mm-hmm.
It worries me because now you've got basically, it's like you got a super villain that now has a super toy, or I don't know how it's not a super toy. You know what I mean? Like they have the ultimate, and now we gotta get that ultimate back.
But what's the other thing? There was something else with the cauldron besides the feet. What's the other thing? I forget.
So I know they had to have the feet, and
there's something else. What is the other thing?
Oh, a book. There's a book.
Yes.
And the book could dispel whatever
the cauldron can do. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the murals, right? The cauldron is the source of the powers. And the cauldron can recreate someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can bring somebody back, recreate them, whatnot. But the book, if they find the book can,
Yeah,
Get rid
because
of all that.
it got torn in two. So one's in the human world, which would make sense as to why King Hybern wants to shatter the wall and get to the human world. Maybe is
Right.
maybe the second part of that book. So that makes me think:
Right.
does he have the first part of the book?
Right. The book can whip out the cauldron. There you go. And that's where I think that Feyre comes in, is that human part. And her family is still over on the other side of the wall.
Yep.
And I think her family is going to come into this eventually.
I think we're going to see her sisters, maybe not her father again, but I don't know. There's something, because she still maintains some part of her humanness, even as a Fae. Although right now, she has seriously got. I understand that her conscience is eating at her, but she's got to snap out of that at some point.
Right. Because, I mean, we know the whole series is based around her and how important she is. So she's not going anywhere.
Right.
She's gonna be the one somehow that fixes this whole thing.
Yeah, she's gonna be. She's the heroine.
Yep.
Hey, Jamie. Yeah, there's so much more to this series that we don't know yet. And now what I'm scared of is that this book is gonna end with a massive
Cliffhanger.
That I'm not gonna have any choice but to go get the next one.
It's probably going to. There's only 3 more after this one, Brandy. The next one's pretty thin. The next one's not real thick. Sean, that's my take right there. Yeah, that she's gonna be the one that gets back the book to combat the cauldron. That's why Hybern is trying to get that wall down so bad, so he can get everything, and he'll have all the powers, and nobody can do anything. He's got to have the cauldron. He's got to have the book. He's got to have everything. Yeah.
But see, at the same time, I foresee at some point, somehow, that she is going to have to train and learn each of her new powers so that she can, be able to and know where they come from and be able to use them as that needed. I mean, she's going to have to do that at some point, because right now it spurts. Spurts.
And learn how to fight against the same powers, that they have. She's going to have to come up against that as well. Yeah, she's got a lot of work to do for sure. Not to mention her love life.
Yeah.
Not to mention that.
Yeah, at some point we're going to come back around. I don't know. Something just, I feel like maybe that she's, especially with the fact that he was holding her hand. I know not to get lost in the prison and whatnot, but I think that she is bonding, and not just through that bond that he did for the deal, but I think that she's bonding also emotionally with Rise.
Well, he is there and he is taking care of her, but also making her feel important, even if she's being used.
I know, it's like, it's frustrating because, one locked her up to protect her, but that listen, there were people out there who locked their wives in their house and chained them to things because they wanted to protect them. That didn't mean they weren't, sadistic and cruel. And they, in their head, they're protecting them, but in reality, they're keeping them as a prisoner. And so, you've got that, and I'm like, okay, so he loves her, but remember, he has that heart of stone. Remember that heart of stone?
Yeah, but his heart is not hard anymore. Remember that? She feels his heartbeat now, and it's softened. And So there's that. I don't know. Speaking from my own life, I think we always have a soft spot for our first love,
Well, yeah. I mean,
right?
it's true. There's a reason why they
First
call
love was first love for a reason. And I don't think she's lost to him yet.
I don't think so. I know it's going to come back and play. I know right now she's needing this freedom. Although I would really like to know what's happening over in the spring court right now.
Okay,
like,
so here's my thought. First love, Tamlin, she still loves him. She's always going to love him. They're separated right now, and she's going to learn and she's going to grow and she's going to be on her own and become an independent woman. And then when she's 50 years old, she's going to find her first love again and get married. And if you don't know that story, go back and watch some videos. Right?
Yep, there you go.
I mean, that's where I'm at with the whole thing. That's where I'm at.
You and I both have something similar.
Right?
As far as our story. So yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Go and become what you need to become.
Yep.
Learn all about yourself.
Go through a bunch of shit. Go through a whole bunch of shit. And then figure out yourself. And he's got to go through some shit too. And then once they go through their shit and learn what they need to learn, bam, they're back together.
Yeah, because otherwise, the series would be over love aspect wise, and we know that so far this author really likes bringing in some of the more moments and
the steamy ones, steamy moments.
Yeah,
I'm sure there will be more.
Yeah, and so I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting. I know there's got to be, I don't know if it'll be in this book or if it'll be in one of the others, but right now I think this book is about her finding her new self and working through her new predicament. The first one was about, her just trying to live and learning about the world, the new world. This one's about her and her becoming. And so I think we're going to see a lot more.
Oh, well, this one's not hard to figure out. The next chapter ends at page 300.
Oh, wow.
Chapter 30. This is easy. Chapter 30 is page 300. So we're right there. Anyhow.
We're forgetting what his name's bodyguard. The bodyguard that's like her, that has... Because I know there's...
Oh, are you talking about Lucian? Right? Tamlin's?
Or are we talking about one of... Because, one of Rise's guys...
What's his name's bodyguard?
That he can identify with her because he, I guess, went through a lot of having to fight to live and survive or whatever. And he's like the only one that's done that.
Yeah, sure. You're talking about Lucian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot that we're not done with them at all. So, yeah. All right. So, here's our cliffhanger. You ready? It's on page 300.
What's the chapter? Just
FYI. 30.
The end of chapter 30.
30, 300. Read 30. Read 30. Okay. All right. Then the darkness splintered and vanished, swifter than smoke on a wind. I found myself blinking back the blinding sun, arms still out, Rysand still before me, still without a shirt. He said, "We can work on it later. For now," he sniffed, "go take a bath." I gave him a particularly vulgar gesture and asked Cassian to fly me home instead. Oh, now she's pissed off at him. Oh, look at that.
And he's without a shirt. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Why is he without a shirt?
But she's pissed off. She's like, "Nope, buddy, you ain't taking me home. I'll go home with somebody else." Oh. Oh. That good, Angie. Only 56 chapters. You can do it. Go ahead. Rock on, girl. Get reading.
You got to get in there, Angie, and just get in and just plow.
That's right. Just plow through it. All right. Well, there you go. What do you think? Now she's mad at him. Things aren't going so well over there either.
I don't know. We got to find out what's happening now. I want to know why his shirt's off. I
Well,
don't know.
at least it's just his shirt.
But they're working on something. They're working on something. We don't know.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, Sean, you got this. Yes, Angie, you got this. You can do it.
Sorry.
Ah,
Am I back?
uh,
Or did I disappear?
Cassian had nothing. Rise's mom brought him into their tent. Oh, yeah, the little orphan kid, right? He was cold and hungry and alone. And he's got the tribe of misfits, right? I think Rice has the land of misfit toys or something. Everybody had some issue. They were abused, beat, something. I don't know.
Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story.
Exactly. Yes. And they get a little intertwined and a little confusing sometimes, trying to remember who, what, and all that stuff. But anyhow.
Yeah. All right. So we go to the end of chapter. We read chapter 30. Do not read 31.
You got it. You got it.
Got it.
All right. Everybody ready? Here we go. What's going to happen now? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh.
What'd you do?
I opened up the book and I looked at some words there.
Mindy. If you're not careful, you're going to end up reading it early and then you're going to be like, uh-oh.
No, I went backwards. I went back to the part we're going to read. I didn't go forward. I went back.
Okay.
Anyhow, there we go. Okay. Happy reading, everybody.
Happy reading.
And we will see you next week. Okay? All right. See you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.
Angie, I'm going to check up on you. See how you're doing.